Welcome back. This is the part two of the tutorial that we were doing on the Produce YouTube channel, and now we're on the Paintology YouTube channel. So Paintology has two channels, Produce and of course the Paintology. So we got up to here, and as I've said, I'm going to complete this drawing to show you how you can adopt the skills that's learned in creating the aim, make photorealistic drawings, or to help you to make many of the drawings that have been demonstrated and shown in the last excuse me, in the last 2-3 months on the live streams. So let's continue with what we were doing. We were using in the grayscale mode with 7% brush. We initially did the block coloring, 15%. We made a line drawing, then we did block coloring, and now we used a smaller brush, 7%, and made this. So we haven't completely done everything. We use the guide of the line to make sure that we've actually laid down most of our tones to our drawing and applied the tones from the reference image here to our drawing. And if we keep it above halfway mark, and so we can actually do this. So our job is just to get rid of these lines and do the tones that's surrounding it. Yeah, like this tones here, okay? So I'm always looking for new methods to help you learn, because there don't seem to be that many people who are using these techniques. There are a good few people who are learning, but it's so easy. I don't see why you would have difficulty. And if you are having difficulty in understanding, then there is obviously a lot more that I need to explain. So it will only be helpful if you give me some feedback if you are trying to use these method of learning. So I'm just trying to get rid of these lines. So as I've said earlier, I've changed the approach. I'm not going to do freehand drawing. And if you want to watch me do a freehand drawing, there are many that you can watch. The anime drawing, the astronaut Neil Armstrong drawing, Brad Pitt, the frogs, you name it. Plenty of examples for you to watch, and you don't have to sit through hours like here to watch that, because they're all speeded up actually. So I'm trying to use as a guide to get rid of these line brushes, these line marks, yeah? So that's what I'm doing right now to get a good feel. So if you're doing this, try and use the lines as a guide. So this is really good. It's helping me to shape the tutorial so you can learn much faster, you know? There, got rid of that lines. So it's drawing process, the ability to bring up a drawing step by step into the drawing, into the final art piece. And you've seen that on YouTube, how many people go through making drawing look like a breeze, isn't it? And then you're amazed by it, but you love watching the whole process of drawing. And just like we enjoyed watching Bob Ross do his paintings, 30 minutes painting. You know, everyone enjoys it, but he encouraged people to paint and draw because he knew the value of painting and drawing. Such joy, it brings such joy to people when they paint. And I hope to bring the same kind of thing with Paintology. So just try to get a feel for these tones and then just adding them as I go along. Right? Remember, I'm using the lines as a guide for me to, I'm not just choosing a random place. As I do this, I'm trying to get rid of these lines that are showing up and at the same time filling in these tones that make up this drawing, right? So I can see this one, I should get rid of that. There, go all the way around. Don't worry about getting it accurately done or anything. You know, as you keep doing this, you'll recognize that the real image has a lot of tones that one has to replicate in their drawings. The beauty of drawing is that it really does open your mind. Not only that, it really does help you think and almost like meditate. Drawing for me is like a meditation, meditative exercise, because you're doing something but you're not thinking. Your mind is thinking. It's wandering off to the world of creation that you're doing. I think it's something everyone should try, and especially in this world of so fast. And if you don't keep up with it, you tend to get lost. People feel they're lost. The social media platform has shaped the way we work, spending all our time on social media now, isn't it? Really does take up a lot of our time. Let's see where we are. You can see it's improving bit by bit, and we've still got those lips to do. So I'm using the line that we laid down initially for this drawing. So I'm going to save this. Then I'm going to open it up again. You don't have to do this. Okay, so if it does slow down, you can do this, but the live app should be perfectly fine for you. Because we're coming up with new apps, new features on the app, so a developer needs to test it in working, right? To test, and they use me as a guinea pig because they know I draw every day. So this is just the way I'm trying to get rid of these lines. Yeah, that's just my guiding point. Okay, it's nothing more than just a guideline to show me that I need to select, right? It gives me really good ideas on how to convey my message to people who are starting out drawing like this. Remember always to pick the color picker, okay? Very therapeutic, I have to admit. So we got quite a bit to get rid of, and then let's do a lips. That's pretty. It's going to be pretty interesting, isn't it? So while we're doing this, let's blow it up a bit. This is quite a large brush, but that's okay. Just time being, you're picking out the tones that are actually on the underlying. You're not picking out any other colors except the tones that are there. So it's fine. Like you're not picking out red, is it? You're actually picking out the tones underneath those lips, right? That's all you're doing. Right, let's see what we got. It's looking good, isn't it? Look, it's almost like she's coming out of slumber, isn't it? So let's just get the tones here on the cheek. Right, I'm going to keep it zoomed out. See these lines? I'm trying to just do that, okay? Just follow these as guidelines. These lines, and just use the smaller brush. Don't worry about getting it perfect. All the time pick the color picker so you're picking the right tone, yeah? See, there we are. Look at that. Can you see how it's almost coming alive, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's light, here, so we're going to get this tone. Do we have any more tones? Yeah, we had some tones here. Go here. And some tones here. Those lines there. Let's try and get rid of these lines here. Probably darker. Then we have these. Really does improve your drawing strokes. There at the top. Practically got all of it, got rid of all of it. Okay, that's what we wanted. And I can see some tones that I want to just, let me reduce that to like 3.5% and just get rid of these by using our own drawing. I'm not taking advantage of, I'm just using our drawing. I'm not, notice my, okay, notice my, there, I'm on completely on my canvas. Anywhere you can see these harsh lines, let's just get rid of it. This is good practice for you, and I'm doing this so you can practice. Alright, those are like sore thumbs in this, those grayscale, but it was a good start. Look at that, it's wonderful, isn't it? Oh, there we go, like it's really coming out, isn't it? I mean, you may not think it is, but it's actually a lot better, in my opinion, from my experience, than what I come to know, right? So just get rid of these lines that are actually, use your, switch to your own drawing, just get rid of these lines. The line drawing, line marks that we left from our previous drawing, okay? Okay, so you can see here how we've practically removed all those harsh lines, and that was really good. And this is where we got to. So this is quite an achievement by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it and then open it up again and then get ready for the next stage in our drawing. Okay, so before I do that, I would like to have a quick break and see you in about 5 minutes or so, yeah? Hello and welcome back. Hope you had that quick break yourself. And we'll resume this drawing. So we got a good half an hour to finish this drawing, so which is perfectly fine. That's well within the timeline. And so we got this hour drawing to here through combination of line drawing, block coloring, and reducing the brush. So we don't as I was saying earlier, we don't go through tools after tools to make drawing. This is just like traditional drawing. It should be done with your hand, and nothing can beat your hand, the manual way of doing. So we're trying to get to this drawing from here. So what can we do further? So let me show you. This is actually a drawing process, something which many beginners will not fully understand or appreciate. And of course, I don't expect them to have any understanding, but I also don't expect you to close your mind to possibilities. That's the problem with a lot of beginners who give up early in the stage, is they think that something is done in a particular way, and if they can't do it, they just don't have the knack for it, or they're inborn talent, if you can call it that, and then they give up too easily. So this is sad, because many of you would like to do drawing, but you make an argument that it's a hidden talent, therefore you can't do it. I have no prejudgments of that whatsoever. That's why I'm able to take drawing to such a new level, especially in digital drawing. You might have not seen any drawings of this done this way, and it's entirely because I push the limits of my drawing. I push the boundaries of what I can learn. I don't have any reservations or draw a line saying enough is enough, which unfortunately a lot of people do, and it's really sad. But anyway, so let's get back to our drawing. Let's see what we have. So we got this, and we got this. So this is what we're going to do. Now you've got this beautiful tool set. That's all the tools have been designed with a purpose in mind, to enable you to become a really good artist, learn the fundamental skills of art. So you switch from here to there. So this is the button I'm clicking on the left. And if I go back and forth, I can go back and forth. And that's what we're going to use to finish our drawing. So I'm going to take this down to, let's say, 2%. I'm still not going to keep the hardness at 100%. And then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here and say I'm going to do this. See what I'm doing? I'm doing the teeth. So I'm going to go back here, do that. So I'm shaping the tiny details that make up, yeah? Then this really will help you become really good at art, because now you're watching what's actually at a much lower scale, like here. So this is still, in my opinion, see what I'm doing here? There, putting down the teeth. This still, in my opinion, is a big brush. And you might think, what? Look at that, the tones we're getting, capturing. Tones at this level, right? Right, just do this. Just follow me and do this. Capture the tones that are. See, I switch back and forth. It's a wonderful tool. I encourage you to take full advantage of it. All right. See how I'm forming the shape? I'm not even bothered about the exact shape. I'm just creating the illusion of a shape that our eyes will eventually just say, oh, this has got to be a lips. Not going to say anything more, thank you. That's all the eyes are doing. Thank you, trying to give resemblance. Right, so I'm picking these shapes, doing it really quickly. I'm deliberately keeping a small brush, but you can play with it. Don't worry about playing with it. Just play with. This is where you can become really good at. This is how good artists draw. And I'm not saying I'm a good artist. I mean, I'm pretty good. Can't get it. You can get the colors from so many places. Don't worry about it. Just getting the shape first, okay? That's all. I could go with a smaller brush, but I'm not. Let's see what that looks like. Look at that. You see, with such a tiny effort, I managed to create that detail, that level of detail. I mean, you try and do that with digital tools, you just cannot. So I'm going to go to the next, which is the nose here. Again, the same technique. Look at that. The line black, the color black is way over here. So we really need to shape this. Okay, just shape it. Okay, it's an excellent technique. I think I might bring it up again because it's wonderful. Look at that. The darkest goes here. Doing that. My brush, my stylus really helps in this type of drawing. Okay, and the smaller brush gets into tiny details that you couldn't typically do any other way, right? Look at the white. There's so much white that we possibly didn't do in the other. We didn't capture all of the white. Look at that white. There's a lot of beautiful white that we didn't capture in early, but we can do that now since we're really getting close. This is a bit lighter, so we can. Look at that lovely white. It's nowhere near what we have here. So. Yeah, I'm doing this. Got a lovely bit of white there. White. Then we can, when we come to it, we can refine it even more, right? Look, it's even white here now. It's not dark. Here. Dark. No big deal. Not too worried about details. Notice I didn't pay much attention to the exact form, shape, or detail. Right, because I've got a lot of area to cover. So therefore I'm not too bothered. If I can get away with it, then why not? This is how great artists, great masters draw and paint. This is how they learn. Let's see how the noise comes out. Look at that level of detail. This is, you can't believe this is our drawing. That's the eyes. So we formed the eyes, but it still looks a little weird on the, she almost looks like she's got spots. But that can be done later. So now we're going to head for the other eye and try and shape that, including the eyebrow. I'm going to do that as well. So this is an excellent learning mechanism. Glad I picked this. So switch back, forth. You can see how much we're off color, right? But we'll correct that in no time at all. You saw how long it took to do. Around here, it's a little like totally under our control. Okay, look at these colors. I can see tones that through my drawing have taught me. See, I knew that was a different tone. You may not have, but I knew that was a different tone. There, I can see tones here. Just forms the cusp of the eye. And then look, again, there's a lighter tone, right, which meets the really beautiful, wonderful white tone. So just take that up, right? Why not? And the more we do it, the more white it becomes. Wonderful. And here. And here. Tones here. And then here. Let's see that this, we're able to capture some of her eyeballs here. See that? There. That shows just her eyeballs there. Look at that. Just the illusion. That's all we need. Just the illusion. Down here. Right there. Here. And then of course we have the black. Black of the black. That one. So we're just gonna go around. Black of the black. Alright, and then beautiful. Sort of a light grey here. Light grey. That's why I picked this brush. I don't want to be too fine. Right, there's a reason for picking the brush size. Depends on. And look at that lovely pale white all the way. And we can fix that as we get to it. But for now, we're just laying down the initial colors around those lines. Look, isn't that amazing how we managed to do that? Now I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to open it up for my paintings, which you don't have to. So now I'm going to focus on these hair locks, these wonderful hair locks. Right, look at that curly hair. I'm going to capture that still with our 2% brush, which is a reasonably good size brush, but you can see what kind of damage we can do with that brush, isn't it? It's beautiful. And then I'm going to show you how to do these hair locks. But there's a lot of black here, right? So let's get this black areas right and leave some room for. And then we got this wonderful tone going on here. And then we can pick a really white tone we want to mimic that, right? There. Right there. That's all we need to do. Nothing difficult. Even this one here, so this really does expand your knowledge of tones. Right. Most people will teach you from an academic point of view what tones are, tones and values. Here you've got a chance to practice it. Real practice. It's funny how having done art for quite a while now, I'm beginning to understand how Bob Ross did his crazy paintings, but he never really bothered to explain in technical terms. He always kept it very like surreal and real, but I know from a technical point of view how he manages to do it. I've done enough drawings to know that, but it would maybe be uninteresting to a lot of people. They don't want to know the technical, well, they don't want to do things, don't they? Just like he knew that they wanted to learn. That's why he started his classes. And his national classes. And he was a national phenomenon, wasn't he? So there you are. Maybe Paintology will be a national phenomenon, who knows? Okay, there. Right. Just picking, I'm not doing anything different. Just because I've got that power of the zoom tool that I can take full advantage of it. Right there. I can take full advantage of following, just replicating what I'm seeing. That's all. I've got these locks, wonderful locks here. And then it's got this dark area is a little sharper than one expects, so that's exactly what I'm doing, making it sharper with the smaller brush. And here it's basically just, you could do this with a bigger brush, but the whole idea is that I'm showing you techniques first, I want you to see these techniques for yourself. Okay. Then we can come here. Look at that. Wonderful. And lovely locks of hair going around. And I'm using a sweeping stroke of my and it's like falling like a wave of river, isn't it? So I'm still using a sweeping effect. Look at that. It's almost like the surfing, when people go surfing, right? And the water's falling. It's amazing, isn't it? Pick these colors and just getting a sense, the illusion. This is exactly like a falling wave. So I can pick colors from there. Right there, I can pick these waves falling. Why not? Look at that there. It's beautiful. Oops. at that. Pick a black color. Right there. See that black color, and then just go over it again to get a deeper black color. And then just don't do it all over. Just leave room for the eyes to create some sort of depth in there. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that curly stuff. That's like a, yeah, we just managed to do that. Are we doing okay for time? Yeah, we got like 10-15 minutes, so we can finish this in very quickly, and I'll show you how this works. So let me save this. Doing what my developer told me. Oops, that's not it. This one. Okay, we've got that beautiful lock. We can go over it really quickly. You could use this position and then go and still have the mid position, but you know, I prefer the whole. I'm a bit more experienced, so I can pick. I don't need the reference to do this, and I prefer not using the reference, so you can see the actual reference image completely in its entirety. Okay, pick another deep color. Okay, and then here, there. Look at so we've managed to do this really quickly. We can really go rapidly through this. Pick the colors you want from the palette as well. Right, don't be shy. Then we got this white, lovely white tones. I'm just moving my hand and just feeling the strokes. Just moving my hand. Have you seen me access tools? No. This is real drawing in the digital medium. And that's how it should be done. Not like accessing tools every single second, minute. Just way too much. That's all it is. Look, still sticking to that brush and just creating the illusion. Look at that, so white here. And build up that white, right? And pick that dark color here and do this. You know, the bits here. And where are we? Oh yes, we've almost come to the, look at that, it's beautifully white. And our brush is a bit too small to lay all that colors down, but I'm going to show you towards the end how I would achieve that, yeah? So we've got the hair there. Let's do the rest. There's not much left to do. So I really like the hair, that lock of hair that looks like a waterfall right there. And let's finish this bit here, right? Let's try and get it close, zoom. And then let's get these down. Whatever we feel. Whatever makes us feel this hair, right? See how it can be different. We've got that color, get that color. I like the white color, just right. And then I'm using up and down strokes to get, look, then I can do this. I think it's beginning to look like what we'd expected, right? And then there's some black in between, right? Just to give the illusion of space. Pick the colors here, right, from the palette, because we haven't got much time, and I'm trying to go through this, finish this in one go. Right there. Just trying to build up the tones here. Put a few here. Right there. That's it. And then let's see what we've got. Good set of hair going on here. And now on the right side, here, let's do the same thing. Zoom in. A good few minutes left, so we can. I'd like to work towards. I'm sure you've got a timeline, so I'd like to work towards timeline, even though I may be able to encroach. Look at that! I'm using very fast strokes, up and down. But if I want to make it circular, I can't go up and down, isn't it? It's hard, isn't it? So I have to slow down. I could do it if you try. Let's see what we've got. Doesn't matter. Make it a little bit different to make it like it's a hair. Let's see how far we got. That's pretty good, isn't it? Going all the way, we're doing very well. So what about here? Let's go here on the neck. This is varied. Now we've come to a stage where I'm going to show you my next magic trick. It's not magic trick, but this is where we got our drawing. So I'm going to save this and then open it up again. That's only me. I have to do that. You don't have to do that because I'm working on a prototype. Okay, so look at this. Look at our drawing. And now this is a drawing process will work. Now look at the forehead. Look at that forehead, how smooth that is. So we try and get more of that forehead color. So we're going to increase it. Let's say about 8%, 10%, let's say. Right? Let's pick the colors that we can see here, right? Don't worry about getting it right. Just get the colors that are actually on that. Right? Just do that. Then get the next set of colors. You know, with the forehead has a slightly reduced tone, you can capture it like this. Okay, get the next. Just you see now I'm merging these colors and making it look a lot smoother. You can see I'm heading towards a lighter tone that's going to come pretty shortly here. See that? That tone is so much lighter. So we've got a good brush. So I'm going to very rapidly go through that. All part of the learning process. And then you can see it's falling off here. Alright, so you've got a good brush size. You see how it's improved, that forehead. So much more so. And then we can do it on the nose. It's a bit lighter. Look at that. And then remember always to pick the, you think it's the exact tone, but it's not. And I'm going to pick that. You can see it here. I know there is actually a light dot, a little mid-tone. And then it gets lighter around the cheekbone here. Right? See how we're significantly improving this without too much effort. In that, you won't believe that's our drawing, but it is. So we know around the cheekbone, around her cheek, it doesn't look very interesting. So again, follow the tones. It's a good brush, I see. It was just by sheer accident that I decided I'm going to draw like this, but it's working out very nicely. Right? Then here, around her eyes. Remember I said I was going to sort this out? No big deal. This is when you really develop your awareness of tones. Remember, the brush strokes I'm doing are also localized to that tone. I want to make sure she doesn't have a mustache. Let's see that. Okay, it's the same thing here. Going to go through. We can see that we need a smaller brush to get that lovely facial structure there. But in the meantime, I'm just enjoying this tone. Just 10% brush. I have to remember this actually, because it's working out really well. See how I'm sort of not trying to judge too quickly. Been telling you, don't judge. Don't be too quick to judge. There's a lighter tone. Every little tone is different. See how I'm taking away some of that? You don't think you get a better understanding of tones than doing this drawing. You can show it to your art teacher and see what they think. They'll probably assume it's gimmicky. no way gimmicky. There's no tools involved. You're applying your art skills. I'm just sort of talking to you in advance because when people don't know something, they tend to pull their general knowledge, and which may not be a lot, and try and make a judgment. See how we got the neck? Wonderful. This is a beautiful neckline that we have here. And then it's sort of little tonal colors there. Then it's got that color there. Just the perfect tone we're trying to get. Then there's that darker. What color have we got? I put that. So you got a lot of tones that you can experiment with. There's a lovely sort of white tone that goes all the way. Okay, that is so much better than before, isn't it? Now you can see that the drawing process, let's save this. The drawing process is really apparent the way I make this drawing here. So what it means is that I'm able to stepwise build this drawing from step by step. The digital medium is so much more versatile than one thinks. So I'm able to build this drawing up, and then as we get closer, we can see the real, some of the things that are happening. So we can continue to use the color tones and then just clean it up. Right, just continue to clean it up. These tools are really powerful. You can go over it again and again. See that she's got like she has half cleaned her face or something. Change the brush if you want to. Let's get close to here. Right, it's still white. Right, we'll fix that. And she hasn't got a goatee, so get rid of that. Right, she's looking her best now. And look at the eyebrows there, here. But just below her eyebrow here. So we can tone it up. Still sticking to 10%. Seems we're doing a marvelous job. And then clear that area. Look at that. Beautiful. And then we can take the right tone. See? Flowing here. And then pick the right tones here. It's not as white as we'd like, but still it's very natural. Right, so wherever you see areas that you can improve, that's all it is. On this side here, I mean, that tone would be very, very, just goes a little bit of a shadow, reflected shadow almost. Right, look at that, it's such an improvement, isn't it? And then we can see there's some improvements to be made in the neck muscles. So we can do that. We're almost done. So don't worry, we'll finish this to the best of our ability. Right? I'm happy with that. Maybe her makeup went slightly a little wrong in our wardrobe, right? But I think we've done a good job. Yeah, there's slight mishaps in our wardrobe, but other than that. So the only thing I can see is this. See that wonderful line here? That is a brush size that we need to get and just finish off that. What is that brush size? Is it that one? Let's go here. Is it about that size, do you think? It could be a bit bigger. 3%. So let's pick this color and go all the way. Let's see what that does here. It's going to make a big difference. I know it is. Yep, it certainly does. And then all we can do is fix this black tone here. And let's take it down so we have more control. Okay. I think these are her earrings. And we have remnants of some of that brown. So I'm just adding a bit more highlights there. And I think we've done a good job, isn't it? Yeah, I'm happy with that. And I think you probably will if you get it. But you can see how we can carry on. Oh, we haven't left this out there. Okay. See that there? Should be white. So let's take that down. Okay, there you are. Simply have a signature mark with that, because I did a Margaret Robbie as well. And it seems to be like a signature move on my part to leave a black patch on the hair. Maybe I will in another time. But for this moment, this is fine. Okay, this is our drawing, as you can see. And this is the original reference. Not bad, I think, for a two hours effort, isn't it? So I'm going to sign here and finish off here. So this is Paintology wardrobe, Marilyn Monroe. Paintology. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. That was the whole idea of this. You know, it's not to show off my art skills, it's for you to learn these very skills that I have developed over time. And you can learn a lot more faster if you follow me. So please do subscribe and follow some of my channels that I have, including some of the resources, Quora, and look up on the Paintology page that I showed you for the next upcoming tutorial. So hopefully see you then, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.